There are moments in life when time itself seems to collapse, when every second stretches into eternity, and every heartbeat carries the weight of 1,000 choices. In that kind of moment, words don't just echo, they command, they awaken, they burn into memory. And so it began with a cry that tore through the sterile silence of the operating room. "You'll lose him!" The air froze. Instruments clattered against metal trays. The steady rhythm of machines began to falter, each beep growing fainter, more uncertain. The lights overhead seemed to dim, not from failure, but from fear. But amidst that panic, there stood someone who did not flinch. She saw what others missed. Not because she was braver, not because she was more skilled, but because she looked longer. While others saw only the chaos of a failing body, she saw a pattern, a sign, a subtle shimmer of something wrong, something hidden beneath the surface. There was poison, silent and cruel, creeping through veins and cells, whispering its quiet destruction. They had followed every rule. They had checked every box, but they had missed the truth. And truth, once ignored, can become its own poison. She saw it, and because she saw, life itself began to fight back. The hidden poison. It's easy to imagine poison as something dramatic, dark vials, bitter tastes, mysterious enemies. But the truth is that most poisons don't announce themselves. They hide. They mimic health. They imitate safety. They wear the disguise of the familiar. And sometimes, poison isn't a substance at all. It can be complacency, the kind that settles in when we believe we've seen it all before. It can be arrogance, the kind that blinds us to warnings we don't want to hear. It can be fatigue, pride, or even routine. In that operating room, the poison wasn't only in the patient's body. It was in the air, in the assumption that everything had beyond, in done right. How many of us carry that same poison in our own lives? How many of us stop seeing because we think we already know? How many relationships fade? How many dreams decay? How many moments die quietly because we assume that what's obvious must be the whole truth? The surgeon's cry, "You'll lose him," was more than a warning about life slipping away. It was a warning about blindness, about how easily we can lose what we love, what we fight for, what we believe in, simply because we fail to notice the signs of something wrong. The power of seeing. To see is more than to look. Looking is passive. It's the simple act of directing your eyes towards something. But seeing requires depth. It demands attention, curiosity, humility. She saw not with her eyes alone, but with her awareness, with her understanding that even in the most familiar circumstances, danger can take on new forms. She noticed the slight discoloration beneath the skin, the minute irregularity in the rhythm, the faint trace of chemical imbalance. She noticed because she refused to assume. And that choice, to look again, to think differently, to listen harder, became the difference between loss and survival. We live in a world overflowing with information. Our eyes are constantly open, but our awareness? Often closed. We scroll through life like surgeons glancing over charts, believing that data is the same as understanding. But to truly see, to really see, we must be willing to question the obvious. Because sometimes, the poison isn't visible until you stop trusting what's visible. The moment of realization. When she realized what the others had missed, she didn't shout or panic. She moved with quiet precision, her mind racing faster than her pulse. The antidote wasn't on the standard chart. The procedure wasn't in the textbook. It required thinking beyond the expected connectin, G signs that seemed unrelated. In that moment, her courage wasn't in defiance. It was in clarity. And as the team scrambled to respond, a transformation began. The monitors steadied. The color returned.